Just let me know if you can hear me.
Testing, testing, 1, 2. Can you hear me?
Yep, perfect.
All right, cool.
All right, so I might need to restart this since I just added them while it was open. Let me do that.
I'm not wearing headphones, by the way. If you hear yourself, let me know and I'll get my headphones.
All right, will do. I don't hear myself now, so I assume it's fine.
Cool.
I didn't actually watch this replay from yesterday. Rhode was just telling me about it, like Hikaru versus 7, that I guess he won, whereas I thought it was like kind of a nightmare matchup.
Yeah. Hikaru anyone is a nightmare matchup, so it should be interesting.
That's one of it's funny that you mentioned that's one of the problems that I have with like the idea that he's the Ryu of this game. Because he's not that good.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Like, your Ryu should be a little bit better. Alright, here we go. And this one. And posted. Okay. What is this? First one is 5103368.
Even around after. Yeah, okay. So this matchup, I think this matchup is probably really hard for Hikaru, specifically because like Hick hates getting dodged, and 7 like basically has 2 dodges. And Reserved is also really good because he has range 1 a lot, and Remote is pretty good because
Yeah,
range is good.
that was my impression too. Like, so what is the Hikaru not like? All the things that 7 loves. like hates being at range. 7's like, I'd love to be here. Can't get in at range 1, not a problem. Trying to cash out, 2 dodges.
Yeah.
Alright, let me get to here.
Are really interesting, actually. Pause.
Yep. Oh, well.
So, okay.
Here we go.
So, Rose misses an opportunity here. If Rose doesn't discard Grasp, I think she actually has a really good beat 1.
Yeah,
because what she can do.
Weird.
This is kind of niche, but what she can do is she can play a reserved dodge, beat 1.
Okay.
Accurate deck. If she has Grasp.
Well, okay, why specifically reserve dodge? This doesn't seem
So
super great, right? I mean,
let
it's
me explain.
geometric shot, I guess, but
Well, I mean, yes. So you dodge the joke. Well, so okay. Here's the point: is that Hikaru only has a few things that are good. So like he's really vulnerable to dodges in general. I mean, obviously there's the token spending, but it's also like he has two styles that are really good, advancing and geomantic, and the rest of the styles like kind of suck. I mean, like focused is okay, but you really don't want to be playing them very much. So every beat Hikaru has like this coin flip, this mini coin flip. It's like, do I play something that's actually good, or do I not play something, or do I like play trash? So reserve dodge is really good because I mean, you just want to dodge Hikaru a lot and make him like spend his stuff, right? Like, if you use 50% to spend a token on beat 1, well, I mean, dodge and take your half token. But the reason I say reserve dodge specifically is because it creates a lot of distance in a lot of situations, and it can sort of not have you use your dodge. So the thing you pointed out is that it clashes geometric shot. So, and if you have grasp, then the clash is really good for you because you reserve dodge and then you go into reserved grasp, and you actually can't get hit in that situation, right? You clash the drive, and then everything else is fine.
well, I mean, that's not true because you still have water, right? Geomantic.
If you clash into reserved grasp, then you're clashing
okay.
the geometric drive.
Okay, and then now he's just left with. Yeah. Okay, and then you have your own drive.
Otherwise your grasp retreats or you play burst, like whatever,
Yeah.
Like you're totally fine. So it's really unfortunate that the grasp is in the discard here, because now you can't really do this. And I mean, the other thing is that Hikaru, like Rhode isn't stupid, right? Rhode knows that like 7 is pretty likely to dodge in this situation. So he might play like a dodge himself, or I don't know, like, or I mean, the pro play really beat 1 is advancing drive, anti-nothing. I mean, with reserved around that's pretty tricky, but like advancing drive, anti-water maybe is the pro play. But Rhode's probably not going to commit too much. And the dodge is really good against other dodges, right? Because then, so Hikaru has no negative prio styles, so he has to dodge first. So he's going to dodge backwards, and then you dodge back, and suddenly you're at full board against Hikaru. It's really, really good. So, but all of this is conditional on you having grasp in hand, and you don't have grasp in hand. I mean, and like Rhode also could maybe have foreseen this and not discarded both grasp and palm strike, because then you can't do it anymore, or at least it's a mix-up. But I think that these are like absolutely the standard discards for Hikaru, so okay, it happened.
Against 7, right, with no upgraded styles, this doesn't seem the worst.
Sweeping shot?
With if we're thinking that she's likely to dodge, or she's going to do like a remote, maybe, like sweeping isn't very good in my opinion. But I'm not sure she's coming on the attack on beat 1. Like this is obviously, I guess, the problem. Would be like undaunted burst or something, but. I mean, but then even because it's damage. You'd have to anti, like fire. That's terrible. And maybe this isn't that good at all. Like it doesn't.
Drive.
It doesn't seem the worst though. Like it feels like you could sneak this in.
It is nice that it does deal with undaunted. Undaunted burst is I think this is like too risky of a play. Realistically beat 1, but I mean you could play it, and sweeping shot does beat it. 7 does sometimes just want to go like full stun area. Like something like cold shot is not crazy, but it kind of sucks because I mean it gets stunned by the geomantics, right? Because then you just put on fire and well you're screwed, and you don't really want to like do this and stun guard. Because then you're just asking for it. Then you're gonna get destroyed. So
okay.
Yeah, I think that sweeping is not that bad because it's pretty unlikely that you're just gonna go full stun guard. I mean, you're not really like gonna strike or something. I guess you could try like an undaunted strike as as 7. And it's not totally stupid, but it's pretty bad. I mean, undaunted is really weird because I think undaunted is significantly better than terrified, and so it's like a one-time use, really good card that becomes like an okay card afterwards.
I mean, I'm not a very good 7 player, so all I ever try to do is lean on sympathetic and heated. Like, both.
Yeah, I mean, sympathetic is really good. I think heated is about the same as cold a lot, honestly. I think you got to close the thing, the hand viewer.
Yeah. All right. Let me get here. But overall, before we like jump into it, I really think that Hikaru's really unfavored here. Like, I don't know if it's quite Kadah versus Hikaru, but it seems bad.
Yeah, it seems pretty rough. So I think B1, normally you play Advancing Drive if you're a good Hikaru, but you don't want to like anti the water, so maybe it's going to be like a Geometric drive, or maybe he's just going to do Advancing Drive, anti the water, and 7 should dodge. And the question is, which dodge does you want to play? Detached is in the discards. Detached is often a pretty good dodge style just for the movement. So maybe it's going to be... I think reserved dodge is still pretty good because you still create a lot of distance. But I mean, not even that much distance, unfortunately.
Yeah. I don't know if I would reserve dodge here, but I would probably dodge. I think your answer is way better. I'm just usually I don't think of using reserve dodge because I always want like reserve burst or reserve shot or something to get them when to use this specifically on a pair where they can't get into melee.
Yeah, I mean, you're right that you don't really want to spend reserve too much. Normally you'd want it for the after retreat against Hikaru, but you're not creating that much distance with it in this specific circumstance. So Undaunted is like kind of your best card, so it sort of sucks to use it on a dodge, but I think Undaunted dodge might be the go-to dodge here. You do have to be worried about the clash though. This is the other thing, is you'll notice that 3 of the 4 styles are -1 prio, so this is another reason to keep blue. To keep detached.
Yep.
Because your geometric shot goes up in value against these specific discards because you filter a lot, right? The only thing you don't filter is remote dodge. So. Yep.
That's actually what I was thinking. Really, I would remote dodge. I like that here.
I mean, it kind of sucks, but yeah, like the other dodges are very likely to get clashed. So maybe you have to remote dodge here, which is really unfortunate because remote is nice. Remote is really good, especially in combination with absorption, because it's like absorption, but like stapled to a burst, which is really nice.
Yep.
So, but yeah, I think unless you calculate the clash chain. But also this was played in queue, right? This was played with like 30-second timers.
Yes.
So there's no way like you're gonna go through all this reasoning and be like, oh yes, I've like done all the calculus for this clash chain against geometric shot and whatever. I mean, I don't think you. Yeah.
All right, so let's. I want to see where we're starting from. Okay.
Was undaunted dodge. I guess she calculated that she was fine against geometric.
Yeah.
Against geometric shot, and this is like kind of bonkers because I was just saying like if 7 is incredibly likely to dodge, and Hikaru is a lot about managing your resources and not like spending too much on like likely dodge beats. So.
Well, I agree with that.
I don't understand.
I think it's less.
Maybe this is the 15% of 50-50s that Rhode doesn't win.
I think that's less true on beat 1, right? Because then you have Trance and Palm Strike later, and along with Focus to get all back. So I think your first element is has a way lower opportunity cost than like your other ones. I mean, fire's obviously your best token, so rough, but I don't know.
I think this is really bad. I think not only is it fire, but it's also geomantic, which is his best style. So,
yep.
I think this is like okay. If like 7 played face up on Daunted Dodge, you would never play geomantic drive, and like.
No, I mean, I probably would have played geomantic
like
shot.
Really bad for Hikaru. It's not what you want to do.
Oh, that's actually a good point that Rhode brings up. That fire in particular is less relevant in this matchup. I could buy that.
I don't buy that at all. I think there's this idea that like okay, if you play absorption and you get hit, that's bad. You don't want to play absorption and get hit. I don't like this is the #1 thing that people get wrong about 7. But absorption is a style to punish dodges, right? It's a style for null beats. It's a style that's good when you gain 2 life. But if you like have to take 4 damage, heal 2, so if you have to go -2 to use absorption, then it's terrible. It's like imagine you're playing against Mikhail and you just like eat a transcendent, right?
Sure,
like,
but I want to point out that it's specifically -2 and +2 power next turn. So if you play absorption, the turn after their dodge, you can potentially even it out by getting +2 power next turn. No,
that's very, very niche. You very rarely hit the +2 power, and I mean just in general, and even then it's even, right? Like it's not worth it. You want to save absorption. Absorption is an extremely powerful card, but you have to use it against dodges. If you're getting hit by an absorption, or you're getting hit while using absorption, that's almost always very bad.
I mean, I've used it to upgrade styles. That I think are like critical.
If extremely good in a matchup, then yes, you use it. Like for example, against heavies, reserved absorption, just to get excited, is reasonable. But like, I almost never do this just to upgrade the style.
All right, so where are we now?
So
fire's down, and here we are.
Problems here. 7 can remote burst and go to range 5, and Rhode has almost no ways of hitting that, right? The only way is trance shot, is that right? Or advancing shot?
I mean, advancing shot or trance shot. Either of those is fine. Focus shot, anti-water. All the shots really will hit with water included, and then these 2 without.
This is what we're going to look at from Rhode. Rhode is almost certainly going to play a shot here. So just play something that beats it, right? Like you can, for example, remote strike, right? And you're good. Yeah.
I like remote almost regardless. If I think he's gonna focused in particular, I wouldn't, I would like to get detached on that, but I don't know how likely I think that is. I think you are, so 3 to 4 be here. Hold on. To do. I don't know if I want to remote. If I want to remote strike against, this for water.
That doesn't hit you though.
Yes, it does. You retreat 2. He advances 2 and has water.
But it's start movement.
And okay. Oh, it is start movement. That's right. I forgot about that. Okay, retreat 2. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. So I think remote strike can't lose here, right? I mean. Hey, all right, you're right. You can sweeping shot does in fact beat remote strike.
I mean,
that's a good point.
I guess technically. Advances, yeah, I mean, technically. But, man. Whew. Alright. I'm on
Well,
board.
okay, well, I mean, this is a good point. Because maybe you can do better than remote strike because it could always be like advancing shot anti wind or something. And that's yeah. That kind of like it sucks to go even in this beat as 7. So maybe you want to do something better than remote strike. So can you beat these things? So you can remote grasp, and then you're guaranteed some damage, but you're probably gonna get stun guarded. Because I mean, you don't break a hard read. You can like cold strike or something, but can you do better than remote strike?
No, not that. Wait a minute. No, none of those are fast enough.
You remote grasp, and you
Remote grasp works.
That sucks, right? Because I mean, like, you know, if it's just an advancing shot, if it's an advancing shot with no anti, then you know, you're trading down by 2. You know, maybe he antis the Earth token, and this is a good turn to play an Earth token. So, kind of sucks.
I mean, this also seems fine, right?
So lose to burst for no reason, and burst is not 0% from Hikaru here because maybe he's like, okay, I'm gonna get remoted no matter what, so I might as well just avoid it. It's like kind of bad positionally, I guess. He's got no advance, so maybe you're fine if he bursts, but maybe you're saying he's not going to burst because it's so bad for him normally.
Well, I think it's it would be bold for him to burst while you're on remote and your own burst, right? To go full board.
Be pretty bad. Also, Rhode does seem like the kind of player who's gonna not lose to remote strike. I mean, like, this is probably not gonna work, right? So it's really obviously like very good.
I think this would be my. I would lose to the burst because I don't think you can cover literally everything. Yeah, I don't think you can cover everything, so I think that this would be my play, and I would have to just deal with losing. I mean, maybe this, but I don't. This is probably fine too. Fire's down.
I think I would grasp. Yeah, I would grasp. Grasp flashes a lot of stuff.
All right, well, let's see what happened.
Understood.
Grasp is reasonable. All right, well,
Okay.
I'm getting destroyed. That's understand why. So okay. Props to Rose for like playing around the Prio 5 stuff. I think that makes a lot of sense. Why would you trans strike? Like, so much of the range is remote. Whatever. That's terrible. That's
On
really
the other
dangerous.
hand, I want to point out, I would have gotten crushed. Right? I would have traded, and like he would have had -1 prio, but would have gotten a token back. Like this I would have ended up badly for my cold strike.
About something maybe not immediately obvious about Rose's pairs. It does beat many bursts, right? It doesn't beat trans burst, but it beats all the non-range bursts, right? Because
Correct.
Retreats one.
It is also worth mentioning that it also turns off the damage on palm strike, the damage on sweeping, and the focused on hit, or the hit on focus, and would give her force. Yeah.
That's like super relevant, but I mean,
I
yeah,
mean, I think
it is
just for
nice. to have
focus. I mean, for focus shot
Yeah.
to not get back your token, it feels like you have now made that pair significantly worse. You know.
Yeah, this is true. You would not play 0012 no text.
So, all right, seems good.
Rhode said he didn't see this coming. A lot of your stuff is at 5, right? The advancing and the focus shot,
Yep.
you're both likely to anti the water because remote strike is so likely, and you know that like clashes very badly for you. So it makes sense you're going to anti-water a lot on your shots. So detached grasp is really good against that. Again, I would have probably like remote grasped, but I guess this is. I mean, I didn't think too hard about this. Maybe this is fine too.
All right, so now where we are.
Yeah. So now you're really like, okay, it has to. So advancing shot anti-water is the only thing you have, right? That hits a burst or a remote. So it's terrible. I mean, it's just absolutely awful. So Rose just needs to play something that's prio 3 and retreats. If you're totally safe.
Yeah, but I do want to see. I mean, he does have this.
Yeah, dodge is in fact very likely, because you know otherwise you're just so screwed positionally. Because if you do any other dodge, you can only advance 1 from against remote strike, so that's not good. So I think you can reasonably play around this.
Okay, so what do we have? This is what we want to beat, possibly with wind, right? So prio 4. I don't really want to come back in though. Well, that is pretty much it for prio 4. So this would clash the dodge, but not the shot. It would be advancing shot. Yeah. This seems risky against advancing shot.
The issue is that you can get like really screwed against advancing shot because it could be advancing shot anti something, right? Like anti earth.
Correct.
And then you're you're taking 4 for nothing, right? Like you deal 0 and take 4. So that's extremely bad. You have decent positioning afterwards, but it's still pretty rough. Like you can still get hit next beat, so you don't have like a free absorption or anything. I
mean, maybe this is it, right? Maybe you're trading this turn.
What?
Maybe you have to trade this turn.
Like you remote strike and clash the shot and just accept the dodge, and like you still keep some distance, so it's not bad.
That's probably okay. Yeah.
Still can't get hit next beat, right? Like nothing hits a burst the beat after, so you're fine, right?
Well, with once again with the exception of water, and he'll have geomantic drive up again.
In fact, geometric drive water does not hit a burst next beat.
So if he dodges this turn, you retreat 2. So we're here and here, and then a burst. Well, okay. You would have. Yeah. That would not work. You would be out of range, right? So here, 1, 2. Yeah. Correct. I mean, you'll have shots, but yeah.
There. Yeah, very easy.
What a great idea.
clash. All right.
Okay, so we called it.
Rode was like too worried about the remote drive. I don't know if you should be that worried about it.
Ooh, what's that?
I guess it's pretty bad. But...
Did it work?
and
All right. So now she has not only a burst, but an undaunted burst if she wants it.
Undaunted burst. I think. But what's gonna be? It's gonna be like a geomantic. I mean, the question is like how many resources does Rhodes spend here? You'd like to get him to spend his Earth token, but you'd also like to get him to like not like Earth token. So undaunted. Burst makes sense. I think cold burst also makes sense. The difference, I guess, is that undaunted burst hits Rhodes burst as well. Still has shot. I'm an idiot. Okay. I thought he was like I don't know. This is a total brain fart. Okay, yeah, you should clearly undaunted burst here, right?
I think it's undaunted burst, right? Because you can back up, you know, 1 or 2 depending on it. You may not hit, right? Because if you, well, 3, 2. Okay, yeah, this should be 4. Well, I mean, technically he could cash out. If he cashes out and you don't do anything about it, so 4, you go to 7, and you're taking 5. You would have to anti-stun guard, but I mean, technically he could geomantic shot anti-water into fire. Does he have water? Yeah, he has water. So he could geomantic shot fire water. Undaunted burst would take 4. So you'd have to anti-stun guard.
You can like this is pretty likely. It's not so bad for 7, which is why it's pretty likely. So the question is, do you want to try and do something about this, right? So unfortunately, your styles are like you can't clash it, right? You have your only clash is switch shot, which is insane. So don't do that.
Oh yeah, and then he enters power. So yes, that is true. Undaunted burst would lose to like the full max shot. Now
I don't think it does.
Okay,
what do you mean?
So geomantic shot, anti-water to get to range 5, plus fire plus power is 4, 7, 8. Undaunted has 3 on it and -2, right? So it goes here.
I thought it was -3 for whatever reason. Okay, yes.
Yep. So even if she anti-stun guard, that will stun her out.
Yeah. Okay.
That being said, she has both absorption and dodge still up. I think it would be a bit crazy to dodge. Not crazy, but it seems like this is a good spot for 7, you know? Like, this is where I want to get some damage in. But maybe she just should dodge here, you know?
I like cold dodge a lot.
Oh man. Oh man. Cold dodge is hot. Whew. Cold dodge is giving me the vapors. That's the pair. Cold dodge clash is Geo shot. That's the vapors.
That's pretty safe, right? Like, you know, you can make an argument for undaunted dodge, just in case it's focused shot.
Yeah. I still don't
Maybe
like...
undaunted dodge is better. I don't know, but
Well, then you can't get Unfocused shot doesn't beat like undaunted burst. You know, so I think if you're going down that line of reasoning, maybe you see.
Understood.
Like you're so favored that maybe you just undaunted dodge to make sure you don't like end up in the corner.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
it's unfortunate to keep spending undaunted on like.
Yes, that's where I'm coming. Where I keep thinking it's like you're like undaunted dodge, and I'm like I get it, and I understand why. It's just I really hate spending my undaunted on a dodge.
Yeah. Whatever, like there's a reason undaunted is so good, and part of it is because of the before advance, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I would just undaunted dodge. Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, okay, we didn't do it. Okay.
All right. So,
Well,
Rose risks it, which is this is crazy,
Rip.
right? This is like.
Rip.
I guess this is also part of the 15% of 50-50s that Rhode loses, right?
Yeah.
Like, damn, it's kind of weird that he's like played at least 30 50-50s, you know, in this tournament, so that like he could lose these two.
Oh man. Okay, we get it. I mean, he's definitely losing a mix-up or two here, though. I mean, I'm pretty happy that we called Undaunted Burst. Yeah.
The Hikaru 50-50 thing where like,
Come here.
you know, every beat it's like,
Don't worry.
how many resources do I spend?
Right.
You know, and stuff. Well, so hold on, pause for a second there.
Undaunted was before, right?
Okay, yeah, no, yeah, we're good. I was wondering if like Rose was somehow like bluffing by not counteracting stun guard, but no, it was fine. Yeah, okay.
No, because because Rhode actually pointed that out. If she anti stun guard, he still pops it by anting power, and fire if he was going to.
Yeah.
But all right, so here, wait, is this really?
I don't want
I guess it is. I thought it was missing a stop. Okay, so here and here.
Absorption continues to be dead because you're at full HP. So it's
Good plan.
unfortunate. Can't out here, you need to worry about bursts. You need to worry about shots. You need to worry about like a geometric palm strike. Right, geometric palm strike is not crazy here. Because as 7, you have no retreat, so you need to be worried.
I mean,
I would probably dodge here, honestly. I think it's pretty hard for Rhode to not play anything good. I mean, he could, but he could also not. Like,
what is wrong with running back to Tatch Grass?
I was just thinking that's a great point, because he has no plus prio right now, except for sweeping, and you can stun guard the sweeping. Range on any of his bursts, that's the problem though, right? So he has... So I think Geometric Burst is pretty scary. I think also Trance Burst is not 0% here. You could also lose to a Sweeping Strike. That's a good point. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like not great, right? I mean, just because the ranged bursts are like things you could play. And
I like this.
Sweeping Strike is reasonable.
I mean, you won't get the damage if it's Detached Grasp again, because that'll be turned off. But and we're talking about anti water, obviously. But I actually think that it's probably gonna dodge, right? But I don't hate this. Yeah.
Hmm. I think so. You're highlighting Cold Shot. I think Cold Shot is reasonable because it does clash both bursts, and it destroys Sweeping Strike. But you probably get well. Do you get destroyed in the? So I'm thinking about the clash chain, right? If you get destroyed, say it's Geomantic Burst versus Cold Shot, then you can dodge, and you're pretty safe.
Yeah, well, you can't clash a dodge, right?
The dodge, right?
If he does this, well, no, because he'll have. Wait, you're talking about cold, so you'll be at 2. So he has. I mean, Geo Shot would clash your dodge, but then you still have, everything else that you're going to be dealing with. Like, what else are you going to do here? Okay, so you burst, shot, you have, like, Geo Strike with water, okay. Geo Palm, okay. Geo Grass.
Everything hits you, right? And does 1 billion damage, so I don't think you want to cold dodge here.
Yeah.
So it's probably a detached dodge then, right?
I mean, or detached grasp if you don't think he's gonna burst.
Ignore burst and sweeping strike here. Both of them are pretty reasonable. Dodge, I think. Does Hikaru have any 3s?
His strike.
And trance strike and nothing else.
Yep, he has strike.
Yeah, I would detach dodge for sure.
Oh, antis.
And as Hikaru, I don't know. I think Geo burst or trance burst both make sense. Yeah, so this reserve burst is like, I think it's kind of scary.
Reserve dodge, you mean?
What?
Reserve
dodge, yes. Reserve dodge is pretty scary. I get that, like, you're trying to maintain distance, but clashing the Geo shot is really bad. So I wouldn't do this. I'd play safer.
I would agree with that. I don't think I would have reserved dodge either.
I'll hang back.
So, the distance is nice, right? Like,
Yep.
again, Rhode has exactly shot to hit. He's getting hit by all the remotes of 7. When you only have one base that hits, so advancing Palm Strike anti-water also hits. That's problematic. Actually, that's something you really need to worry about. You could detach shot here, or if you think it's gonna be Palm Strike, but oof, I don't know, because it's like it could be advancing shot anti-fire, and then you're really sad. Can you stun guard one of those if you cold shot?
Well,
you have 5 stun guard, just 7. No, you can't stun guard it. That sucks.
you know what?
You probably want to think about ahead of time, but
this is what I think I would do, and I don't know how much you would like it. This play is gonna get crushed by like basically all of his shots, so you're probably gonna hate it. But well, all of his shots with fire. But I think this is my pair.
yes.
This is gonna turn off Palm Strike. It's gonna turn off. Yeah, so he's gonna advancing Palm Strike. If he doesn't anti-fire specifically, right? So this beats this pair, unless he antis fire, right? Which seems well, he can't anti-fire because he has to get in It's anti-water, so he has to. This can't beat us. That being said, I believe it is. His shots, advancing shot, would be advancing shot anti-fire beats us.
This is like, okay, so this is a 2x2 matrix, and you can solve it. So if you detach shot, you go even against palm strike, roughly. Let's say it's 0, and you go -7 against advancing shot. So that difference is 7, right? If you play, what's your other candidate move? Like cold strike? Well, then it's
Actually-
-7 or +1.
Actually,
Or +2.
what about this? If this beats both, right?
Oh, I see.
Because
Well,
advancing
not
palm
really.
strike has to anti-water, and advancing shot has to anti-fire. So this is power 7, prio 3, and this is prio 6, power 3. So this beats the shot, right?
well, you're just gonna anti-stun guard on the shot, and you don't actually beat it.
This is true.
So I think you need to look at remote strike as your other option. So let's say remote strike goes -3 against the palm strike, and goes whatever, like +2 against
Well, it goes -3 against the shot.
it clashes the shot, and then you're gonna go into grasp, right?
Okay, so then it doesn't go -3 against the palm strike, because the palm strike ends up here, right? Oh no, it's 3 to 4. Got it.
Yeah. You can shot actually after it, and you have like some mix-up. Okay, it's complicated, but I mean, let's say it goes like +1 or something against the shot, because you have some chance of doing damage, but you have to like read a dodge. Okay, whatever. So let's say it's +1 or -3, and then the detached shot is 0 or -7, right? So you should have a ratio of like 4 to 7, right? So 2/3 of the time, Rhode should play the palm strike, and 1/3 of the time, Rhode should play the shot. That's equilibrium. So now the question is, what's he actually going to do? I think I don't have a strong feeling about that. I think that's about the proportion that he's going to play. I think maybe he plays a little bit more shot than that. So
You would hate
I'd be more
my choice. So if I was this, and I would have just chosen one of these because the 30-second timer has actually been tough for me, as I found out. But you would hate it, and I would probably choose an absorption this beat.
Absorption is like I mean, maybe you do you calculate that, your EV is just better to do absorption. What about detached strike? Right, that's not crazy.
I mean, it doesn't hit if he shots.
It clashes the shot. That's the point. But you can like trance shot, right? That's what you're saying.
I mean, if he trans shots, I guess that's fine.
He could switch shot anti-fire. Okay.
Well, sure. I mean, trans shots more likely than that, right?
It's like Rhode would play switch shot, I think.
I don't think he would play switch shot when train shot is literally the same thing.
No, because he can anti-fire on the switch shot.
Yeah. Okay.
But I don't know. I mean, on our side of the equilibrium, I think detached strike is fine.
This will surely get them good.
Well,
The clash chain, right? So the question is, do you shot to beat the dodge and then grasp? Or oh wait, can you even beat a palm strike? Never mind, I'm dumb.
Well, Palm Strike's
Yeah,
not
this
going to
is-
hit you. Right? He's here. So
Big
Palm
damage.
Strike's
Oh, I
gonna
see.
hit
So this is just actual zero.
you. He cannot hit you now.
Should
He can dodge.
That's why you should detach to not remote here. That sucks. Disagree. Disagree. Do damage to Hikaru. So.
Oh man. So your drive will counter the shot. Or counter the dodge. But if you do, he can strike you.
Right.
Wait, is that right? So he ends up
And you
here.
can clash it with it.
Yeah.
Like. Yeah, alright, fine.
I mean, it doesn't hit.
I wish it had been a detached. I think it would have been so much better as attached strike.
Closing in.
But like you can't ever hit it in advancing palm strike, so it's like oh, whatever.
Moving.
This sucks. I'm very mad.
For it.
To like play a pair that like actually literally misses, but I think
I mean, your Hikaru, isn't that something you just have to do sometimes?
last beat, I'm saying Rose should have played detached strike instead of remote strike.
Sure. I'll buy it.
It's
I
weird
would
to play
agree.
something that like literally misses, but unless it's switch shot,
I mean, you're at 20 and you're 7.
I guess we can try.
I think that all the like the 7 games always go to time, so I think I would play detached strike there. I think that's fine.
I mean, it does more damage. That's the point. It's not like in the long run, you're better. It's just better in like every situation. All right. So here, you're screwed as 7 because you're range 1. You have no dodge. He has drive. You're just very, very sad. Maybe you cold strike because Hikaru actually doesn't have anything that does that much damage. So yeah, maybe. What's wrong with cold strike here? Do you ever lose?
So nothing's wrong there, but I want to again point out that I like this. Or this.
I agree with you, actually. That detached strike might be better because you're right that an element is like this is very likely to be focused if Hikaru is hitting you. And I agree that like preventing him from returning an element is worth more than the 1 HP. And the other stuff's kind of a wash. Like upgrading detached is really good. I think upgrading detached is better than upgrading cold. And I think you miss out on 1 prio, but whatever. Yeah, sure, a detached strike. So now the question is, does Hikaru have any clashes, right? If Road plays focused shot, are you sad?
I mean, you clash, but you're turning off focus no matter what, so that's good. So then he has like focus strike, focus drive, focus shot. Or no, not focus shot. So focus drive, focus grasp. He has, is this wind? He's water. Okay, so water is actually decent here. You have his own grasp. Okay, so that even though that happens, his grasp doesn't actually beat you at all. So, but this clashes your grasp. So you grasp. He has to drive to clash it if he wants to win, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, because he can focus strike with wind or water rather, and Oh no, you move one space. So yeah. So detached grasp beats. He has to drive to clash it because he'll stun guard through the grasp if he doesn't do it that way. It'll beat the strike. Yeah.
Yep. So I like detached strike. So does he have any other clashes? I don't think so, right? Like anything else at 3?
No. I mean, he has
Like
these
trance
at
strike,
4, but trance strike, sure. Trance dodge too. Trance dodge. I mean, it's got 1 token. I don't know if it'd dodge here, but trance strike. Yeah.
It
is. How much worse is this?
That's pretty bad, actually. Right? Like, whatever. Okay.
I mean,
yeah, it's a flip, so that's fine.
Yep.
It's a flip and it turns on your absorption, so I would do it. Cool. Good luck. Let's see if we're in the 85% or the 15%. This is not okay. Yeah, sure. I guess that's canonical. And then, all right, she loses the flip. Wow. All right. Top level BattleCON.
you're so bitter when it comes to flips.
Like, why you just like flip a coin? Come on, it's like rock paper scissors.
This is not a flip. Like, come on, we're on like the 3rd level down. I wouldn't call this quite a flip, right? Yes, there is a.
You burst or you grasp. It's one of the two, and like you just.
Oh,
you pick
they
one,
both
right?
shot.
They're almost exactly the same payoff.
That only came up because they both shot, though, right?
What?
They both shot for the second part of this.
We did that. You have to. Like, of course you shot, right? That's forced.
Is it?
On your detached shot, so like there's no reason not to. It beats everything.
Trance shot, detached shot, right? So stun guard 4. 3. I guess. I don't know. I don't think this is that bad though.
Right. Amazing.
Ooh, what's that?
Let's retreat 2. I think.
Closing in.
I guess the idea is you're dodging next beat, so you want to get.
So mean.
No, I don't understand that actually, because Hikaru always has the option of just moving to space 4. So why would you? He's never moving to space 6, obviously. I mean, maybe he is, because then you're like, oh, if I dodge him, I don't hit the corner. So maybe that makes sense. That's probably what Rose was thinking. Okay.
I don't like us now. What row?
As 7 because dodging is good. Fight here, like this could be like a
Switch dodge anti-prio.
dodge anti-prio.
I mean, it doesn't matter. It's just like counter any or whatever. It doesn't like, but you have 9 force, and if you're switch dodging, you have 9 force.
So you switch dodge, that's interesting because if you switch dodge, you're definitely anting prio every time. I wonder if you can anti prio to get him to not anti an element. That's kind of sick.
I mean, the problem is all of these are -1, right? So you can't. If you go down this road, I think you're in trouble because
cold shot, anti prio, then Hikaru is probably not antiing his Earth token.
I mean, I don't think he's necessarily going to anti his Earth token anyway, because I think this is a Geomantic, right?
Well,
maybe it's not. Maybe it's focus, but
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, it's probably... I mean, I think focused, honestly, is more likely than geomantic in this situation. I wouldn't be surprised by, like, a focused grasp here. Just dodge. Don't really think that.
This should be no problem at
Just
all.
grasp or something.
This power.
Hooray!
Whoa,
Hey,
we're doing it. We're going.
Alright, I hate it. Okay.
This is not what I would have played.
Would you do this? So, okay, you know, like, the geometric shot is to clash, dodge. Right?
Yeah, correct. And that's why I would have switched dodge in specific, right? Because obviously,
yeah.
geomantic shot is just. But yeah, I don't love this at all.
Like, not crazy, but, you know, you can always, like, switch grasp the geomantic, I guess, and it's a little bit more complicated, but... And then the burst is up. Yeah, it sucks. It's just really bad. If you get clash, it's just really bad this beat. So.
Yep.
don't worry,
My
I'm
mistake.
just fine.
Okay, we do officially have upgraded styles now. Or one upgraded style, I guess. Or no, next turn. Alright,
Yeah. All right.
just please don't get hit by advancing. What are you doing?
Like, again, I would dodge, right? Dodge is nice. The dodge for switch dodge are they this beat? Like, not there's nothing, right? Yeah, there's nothing. Dodge, easy. Stupid suggestion. What if it's switch strike anti-water? You're sad, actually, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking about some other options here. I guess none of these are good enough. Yeah.
So the issue with if your switch dodge gets switch dodged, right? Like if it's switch dodge versus switch dodge, this beat. 7, you're very unhappy with this clash chain because then you have to guess between drive to cover the burst and losing to palm strike, right?
Correct.
So even then, yeah, or like I guess you have to strike to beat a palm strike or something. So this is like a bad mix-up for you. So really anti-stun guard because you know Rhode's just gonna anti-power, right? That's pretty rough. That's I guess as Hikaru, I'm switch dodging. As stupid as it is, trying to get this good clash chain.
Understood.
I think that I am. Oh, that is not
All right,
what I would.
Oh, I forgot about the fucking cold. Okay. Well, all right. That's why it's focused and not switch. Like that. Clearly, just trying to. And then 7 is doing this because I don't know. It trades with everything. I mean, it's probably like a clearing the path for a dodge because.
Well, now she has remote up too, and his shot is down.
Remote burst here. And
I mean, yeah. Well, wait a minute.
kill you, yeah.
If he advances start a beat, that's a problem. Because you can't do that. So I mean, what are our
drive.
options for just reserve burst? Right? Make him anti the water. So he has to advance and anti-water. I mean, which he has options for. I mean...
Can try like a remote grasp. That's not crazy. Exactly. And then lose. Okay, never mind. Yeah. You can try and like.
I think that's my fair.
Can you remote dodge?
You... hold on. He's saying advancing palm strike doesn't beat remote grasp. That's true. Well, yeah, it does. Because she can't, you'll go through her and she'll... Oh no, because you go back and forth. That's true.
Yeah, but like... Well, what I was thinking is like, I'm thinking that their Rhode is gonna advancing drive here, right? You don't advancing palm strike, that's crazy. Like the clash is horrible for you.
Man, when you really want to deal 1 damage.
Can't sympathetic either because you have no stun guard and advancing gets the +1 power.
Trans palm
I
strike
think
though.
you remote dodge here. I don't see what's so bad about that. Is there anything that like really punishes you?
I don't believe that there is.
Okay, remote dodge. Cool.
Closing in.
When you really want to deal 1 damage, Rhode, gotta get them sweeping palm strikes.
Leave me alone.
Man, I hate playing as
This is
regular
like-
Hikaru.
Pretty silly
Thunderous blow.
that like this is like a not a serious pair, but okay, it worked out. This is like trans whatever, right? Like trans pass.
I mean, no. I was looking at
Full-on
trans palm strike specifically because it would beat a non-dodge remote, right?
I mean, I like advancing drive is just better in every way.
I mean, no. This actually was better against remote dodge, right? He got back an element.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. This is the thing. It's like trans. It's like trans whatever, right? But like, it's not. I mean, I guess it's like a hedge where you like.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, it also beats like the sympathetic burst, which is a reasonable thing that 7 could play.
Yep. I like.
It doesn't
like,
beat sympathetic burst. You deal 0. Never mind.
no, you deal 0,
yeah,
but you also you deal 0, but she I don't think hits you, right? Or she does?
She hits you. Yeah, she hits you. Once, but like you also take 3 damage.
I definitely would have. If that is true, and I would have anti-power then. So
then you're just gonna anti-stun guard. And
yeah, but you get your damage.
I mean, yeah.
You have 8 force, man. What are you doing? 8 force.
Yeah, but it's I think this is like kind of a joke pair, but okay.
Oh no, that's also true. Sympathetic just came back this speed. She specifically
Last
didn't
speed.
have light speed.
I'm pretty sure sympathetic was available last week.
Yes, it was because he was not.
Yeah.
So yes, sympathetic
Last
was.
beat, and it's like, well,
Oh, sympathetic burst.
first was a real pair last beat, but again, like anything that loses to advancing drive, you're probably not gonna play.
Yep.
Anyway, okay, so Rhode again has sort of limited options this beat. All right, well I guess
what
he's
have I
anti water, so you know what he's gonna be playing, but
Fuck. Well. Oh man, are we... Okay, so... Advance 1. We're not doing it. Okay. So we're either playing a driver or shot, because we're Hikaru, and those are the only options we ever have.
Mm-hmm. Drive, it can be advancing drive. Geomantic drive, of course, is like really good if you can spend both your tokens. But maybe this is a situation where you absorption for the like if you heated absorption this beat. It's crazy.
Where does all this stuff? Okay, it doesn't tell me. I can't see what he got back. Okay.
Well, you got back fire, right?
Okay, so he has fire. Like this is this, right? Okay. So he does not have water and wind, is what I was checking for this beat. And even though I know he anti-water, but okay. So if he doesn't have water and wind, yep. Frown.
Absorption this beat. Is that bad? Like, I hate doing this, but I think actually here you can cash out on the power, and then just sympathetic shot next beat, and you're happy.
Yeah. Like
and otherwise, I don't think you have much that's beating. I don't like this. Yeah, otherwise you don't have anything that does this. I mean, like maybe you have some crazy clashes, but on the Discord they said speed up, right? But hold on, I don't want to speed up. I want to look at like, do you have clashes for this, right? It's hard because you have to clash both 4 and 5 because it could be both advancing and geomantic at different prios. So it's like a little bit hard to guess. And you probably don't have anything that beats one and clashes the other. Maybe you do. Can I see Seven's hand?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't like sympathetic absorption very much while he has Geo and Fire. Like, yeah, that Soak 2 is wasted. And it's, Soak 2 is really good in general against him, I think. You're capped out at 4 damage, heal 2. So.
Interesting stuff. Going on here, where you could heated grasp anti-stun guard.
Yeah, but then you're losing to the shots, right? Because he has all of his shots up too.
Okay. Yeah, you can't do these crazy clashes. Okay, so I think you just have to absorption here. So
I would have reserved absorption.
The argument for it is that you're sort of pushing him to spend the fire because the fire actually does something now.
Well, no, because
I hate it because then he's gonna dodge you next turn. Right?
But it doesn't.
You have to play.
Right? He caps out at 4 damage. You cap out. You can only take 4, and you're gonna heal 2 at the end of turn. So like Geomantic Drive is like, yes, if you do that, you're gonna have Soak 2. He's gonna deal 4. So you're gonna deal him 2. You're gonna heal 2. Okay, sure. Now maybe he has to anti-fire, but like, I don't know. I don't like it. Something seems wrong about it to me. Like,
I think keeping sympathetic for next beat to
maybe it is raw, right?
Yeah, I think heated absorption is just better here, and so you can sympathetic shot next beat and just guarantee guarantee the power on the absorption. Because now he's just going to dodge you next beat, and it's kind of whatever. Yeah, he kind of just took 2 for no reason.
I do want to address one thing, just real fast, because I mentioned this earlier because there was that conversation on the Discord. I understand that a lot of people want these to be shorter, but I don't think that's what either you or I really got into it for after some of our conversations. So, we can talk about that, I think, in the future. But the longer thing, this is, I know, what we both wanted to do originally, was the really in-depth thing as opposed to kind of the popcorn snack, consumable media. And, we can reevaluate that at a later time, but, I definitely want to stick to, let's go deep, because that is what I think was, at least drew me to it. So, it's a quick aside.
Yeah, okay.
Is it?
Yeah. So heated absorption better because then you can like actually get the power next beat. That sympathetic shot. I'm not missing anything, right? Sympathetic shot is just amazing next beat if you heated absorption this beat.
Okay, so if this is drive, yes, yes.
So only die like.
Wait a minute. I see, and I would have probably
Actually maybe this doesn't work because so if you're gonna be at range 1 next beat, oh you're not gonna. Yeah, okay. No, okay. So suppose this is heated absorption and not synthetic absorption. Rhode does this, and then next beat plays advancing strike, anti-fire, anti-power.
advancing
And
strike.
9 brings them down to 7, but you can only get 6 stun guard on the sympathetic shot. So you actually can't do this, right? Oh, but it misses. Advancing strike misses. That's it. Okay. Yes. Yeah. So you should definitely heated absorption here.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I'm on board. I finally caught up. Yeah.
It's closed. It's not advanced. Never mind. I'm sorry. Yeah. So okay. This is much more complicated then. If you can't just do this.
Wait. What do you mean?
Oh. But you can
go past them.
Just a sympathetic strike instead, and you're fine. Yeah. And then there's like some crazy thing like maybe Rhode like plays like I don't know like something crazy to clash. Okay. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I think this should be a heated absorption. Fire as you should.
Closing in.
Advance 2 because he knows he's dodging next beat.
Surging storm fist.
All right.
So the dodge.
What can we do now?
Yeah.
Dodge no good. You have -2 power. I've got +2 power. Dodge no good. How do I punish you? You have no tokens. Let's do it.
Can you can't even clash a sweeping dodge, can you?
It doesn't matter. You have reserved.
Okay.
Right. This is us right here. Hold on. Yes, this is us.
Dang.
We have
Yeah.
reserved. We have +2 power. They have -2 power. Oh no, we sympathetic. Damn.
Being heated.
Yeah, we did not heat it, but we have +2 power, and they cannot dodge past us. So how do we abuse that?
Okay, cool.
He has no tokens.
Reserved burst is reasonable, right? Like that's the first thing that comes to mind.
Yeah, we still get hit by the shots. These are 3. You know what, maybe that's fine actually. Maybe that's just reserve burst anti-stun guard. Right?
Like you it's pretty bad. I don't know. Maybe reserve drive is like the quote-unquote obvious one. Maybe Rhode's gonna play around that one. Maybe it's not so obvious. I don't know. Maybe reserve shot is the obvious one.
Okay, so...
But can you just clash a dodge? I think just clashing a dodge is pretty nice here.
Yeah, but like he has actual pryos. Like sweeping dodge.
Like what about heated grasp here? I think that's nice.
I mean, this loses a sweeping dodge.
But like sweeping dodge is insane, right? It's like
sweeping dodge is like the most common dodge, isn't it? It's prio 6. Like that's the...
Well, because reserved is up, like you instantly lose the game if you run to a reserve.
Right, she has +2 power this beat too.
Eating like a 7 power shot if you sweeping dodge into a reserved shot and like the positioning is horrible. Like so
yeah, I mean I don't
Roach,
think
like,
he
almost
can.
never.
I don't think he can sweeping, but like I think that we want enough that he has -2 power, or no, we have +2 power. I really want to take advantage of that, and it's like he can't advance past us, right? So what is the most that he can do? It's like 5, 6 damage, and we have, it would be 5. I mean, that's not good. Okay, so now what about the shots? So it would be like 4 damage.
I think it's gonna be a focus
5?
shot.
I think reserve burst is okay.
I think I don't know. I would heated grasp here.
All right, let's see what happens.
Yeah, and I think as Hikaru, I would focus shot. Okay.
Boo!
Yeah, so this is not good. This is why you heated grasp but not reserved grasp. This doesn't even hit. This doesn't even beat the dodge, right? Like
Yeah, I mean, it does.
it doesn't beat sweeping dodge.
Oh, she dodges back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
no,
retreat
I
one.
hate reserve grasp.
I think you heated grasp there.
Yes, I would heated grass there, but I would have reserve burst, and I would have traded up by 1.
I saw that one coming.
And I would have ended once again at range 4. Advancing burst doesn't do anything. Advancing burst has prio 2 and can't advance past it. Right? Because she has reserve burst, so you can't advance past her. So yeah, you have 4, and she has +2 power, right?
His point, I think, is that you're outspeeding.
Oh yeah, for heated grasp,
reserve
sure.
shot.
He's talking about advancing burst against heated grasp.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, look, I saw advancing burst. I don't think you're gonna play it. Like,
I mean, I actually think reserve burst is the pair here, right? It will, against the shots, it trades up by 1.
shots.
And that you can't be dodged. It beats advancing burst or whatever. You know?
But reserve burst loses to focus shot, right?
No, it trades up by, you have +2 power this turn.
Yeah, but you just get stunned.
Well, you have to anti-stun guard. And no, she
Oh,
can't actually
yeah, but
stun you if she anti power. You have both these people have 10 force. Like, what are they doing with their lives?
So weird they're not hitting force, yeah, but no, but like focus shot just does 3 damage to reserve burst, and reserve burst has 0 stun guard. Like, how are you fixing that?
Wait a minute. Oh, I keep thinking that we heated.
Would have been so good last beat, but we didn't. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Yeah, I would have lost. That would have been.
Right. So here you got to be wary of advancing dodge.
Make it happen. Make it happen. No. 4 wins way worse than
So
the other one. All right, here and here. Shot is down. Drive is down. Good luck, Buttercup. No. Shot is down. Drive is down. We have literally this, and nothing else hits.
burst and burst both hit. Yeah.
All right.
So you can remote drive.
I love it.
This clashes the advancing dodge, and
Yep.
then you can shot and clash the advancing burst, and then miss. Amazing. No, and then you burst, and you're good, right? Okay.
Okay, hold on. What will be 2/2? Okay, and then you have.
You should just burst immediately, right? Just advancing a remote drive into remote burst. It should be the. unclear what you're doing about this as Hikaru. You're anteing your soak and being sad.
Yes. Sold.
Why
Love it.
this?
Love it.
Random palm strike anti the soak. Right, palm strike because you want to advance, and it's your only way of advancing.
I guess-
a non-dodge. I mean, you could.
I guess it actually does make sense for him not to anti something.
Because you can just like trance dodge. Yeah, exactly. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I caught it in time before we unpaused. But yeah. So you have other dodges. You don't have just advancing dodge.
Right,
You have
but those dodges don't do anything.
just remote drive. That's the point, right? Remote drive does miss trance dodge.
Okay, yes. No, trance dodge. Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
So, wait a minute. He advances... Yeah, 3, and then you have to... Okay.
Yeah. So this is actually sick. Because, well, it's unfortunate. Because now... This feels like a poorly thought out clash chain. Like, Rhode correctly read that it was going to be a 3 prio dodge and not a 4 prio dodge. But, is then... punish it, right? Because you can't shot here, and that's your only way of hitting. Because Rhode's just gonna burst. What are you even doing?
I mean, you have your own burst.
That's right. Like, it sucks. Incredibly ballsy from Rhode, because like if he's wrong, then he doesn't even have the soak, right? So it's pretty rough.
Okay, so now we clash. And now what? So now she bursts.
You have to burst so you don't actually, like, maybe you dodge instead of bursting, so you still have burst, but...
Well, okay, so he has trance, right? So he can't actually hit no matter what. And you have heated, so you have 0 to 1, so you can just burst, right?
Burst and miss. What are Hikaru's styles here? Gasp, right?
Yeah, okay.
They dive into,
So I mean, but sure, then let's go full board. Well, you have your shot down, and now you just have drive. Okay. I'm okay.
Yeah. Okay. I like dodge a little bit more, so that you have burst up as like a way of actually hitting. So now you just need to figure out a way to like hit twice. I think it's hard, but it's not impossible. So you can. I really wish you had burst here, because then you could like remote burst / remote shot.
Okay. Well, he could have clashed with a but it doesn't matter. Then you still burst anyway. So yeah, I agree with you. I think that's 100% right. That we should have saved our burst. Rose should have saved our burst and just dodged. Since we're not hitting anyway, now we could have had the burst for the 2 to 3 range to hit. I'm on board. I agree.
Here, you really want a remote shot here, but it does miss advancing dodge. So, and you don't want to leave the wall, because then you're giving Rhode a way to dodge next beat. Maybe that's okay. Maybe you sympathetic shot, and
I mean, you're a prio 0. You know, he can't go slower than you.
advancing drive anti-water does in fact hit sympathetic shot.
Advancing drive.
So you really don't.
Hold on, advancing drive. Anti-water. 1. Oh, because it's start. I always forget this is start.
Yeah. It's annoying because this actually, it also goes under remote shot. So maybe you want an undaunted shot, or you could also just absorption.
Undaunted shot. Undaunted. What hits undaunted shot?
Yeah, I mean, Inducted Shot is good, but can you? I think you should Absorption here, right?
Hold on.
Absorption and then Sympathetic Dodge next beat, and you're good.
He would have to specifically, he'd have to switch Burst to clash an Undaunted Shot. You can just Absorption.
That, he can anti the Earth token, and you're not actually doing any damage to speed. You need to tie the life total so that your dodge next turn wins, right?
Yes. Yes. Good. Blatm, good fucking call. Yes. You're 100%. Yes. If we just switch Absorption here, isn't that good enough?
Remote Absorption?
Why remote?
Absorption is for the advance on it, so that you can dodge next beat if you need to. Complicated, right? Because like Rhode does have clashes for the dodge next beat. He has bursts. So realistically, we should be thinking about like how do we set up against this. But also realistically, this is 30-second BattleCon, so just like slam any random absorption. I think remote absorption. And as Rhode, I mean, I guess you advancing drive.
Hooray!
Who
with
wins?
water or something.
Who
I don't
wins? Who wins at the end of next round? It's the person who went second, right?
know. Your player wins in the event of a life tie.
The later player, right? Wow.
Yeah.
That's...
Hate it. Okay.
Closing in.
Hate it so much. Okay.
Black Shadow Palm.
So this is like trying to clash the advancing dodge, but I think you should just absorption. So can you pause here?
Yeah.
Let's say that you played remote absorption. Is there like a sequence of events that like lets you win for sure from this position? So advancing drive has you end on space either 3 or 4, so you can guarantee range 3. There's no water token. There's no range on any style. Is focused +1 range?
No.
Yeah.
No, but I want to ask if before we have any movement here or whatever, right? Why remote over switch?
1 on remote.
Huh?
So you can guarantee that you're range 3, so you can actually dodge, right? If you play switch absorption, then Hikaru ends on space 3, and you're still on space 7, so you can't dodge him. I mean, you could like sympathetic dodge. Okay, sorry, this is not true, right? Sympathetic dodge, you just close first. That's what you're saying? Yeah, okay, maybe.
Wow, did Reciprocate lose a range?
Yeah, Reciprocate, I mean, a long time ago, right? Reciprocate used to be full board, but that was like many
No.
patches ago.
I don't remember it, like, but it used to be 1 to 4, I thought. Anyway, sorry.
I think it was always 1 to 3. I think it's just like it's just a flexibility thing. You obviously don't need the force. I mean, you might as well have the flexibility of like an extra movement. I mean, maybe you're playing like remote in some crazy world next beat. Actually, that's not impossible. Like, but it's kind of impossible. I don't know. Next beat is no, because you need something that beats the. I don't know. Yeah, enough. Next beat. Switch absorption in this beat. Probably not though. I mean, like, probably just gonna be this positioning, and be a geometric shot.
Okay.
There's nothing you can do.
What are our finishers?
It's just gonna be a sweeping dodge, and you're screwed.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't. Well, can we absorption this turn and go second?
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Okay. So is this just actual literal 50-50? Can
Well,
you beat anything that's not sweeping dodge? Like, no, because you need to do a lot of damage, right? Your burst is down, your remote is down, so it can be a geomantic strike. Okay.
Yeah, but we have Earth. So like, my question, man, that sucks. If we had absorption last turn, we win the game right now. If we had absorption last turn, our mix-up is actually reciprocate, right? Because reciprocate will beat almost anything, because we'll only be at -1 on soak, right? Through this. So as long as we hit, you know, we'll pay back in spades, whatever. So
This should be no problem.
You just absorption last beat, then just slam. So this
Some
is actually,
dodge.
did Rhodes have 100% here then?
I'm pretty sure this is 100% for him. I don't see anything that can possibly lose.
I mean, sorry, last beat. If Rose plays absorption,
If Rose plays absorption last beat,
then
and she's at 9 and has gone second last beat, okay. So now we're here, and now if she has a slower dodge, which she 100% does, she will win on a life tie, right? So we start here, or we start here, right? So I'm
saying start at the reciprocate.
So
Yeah.
if we start with reciprocate, then the question is like, okay, and here are our things. So he would have to like burst, but keep in mind he only has Earth right now, so like he wouldn't be able to have any more range, you know, to get out of reserve. Yeah, so I think we're 100% if we absorption last turn, right?
100% if you absorption, and there's really like no reason not to absorption last beat. Like you literally
Yes.
can't get hit.
Right? Am I correct me if I'm wrong though? Because
So
I think
Rose-
I'm doing the math right. Yeah.
So Rose was literally 100% to win the game, and she's gonna lose the game. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, props to Rose for being the better player. I guess. Sorry, Rose. Anyway, yeah. This is what's going on here though. Pause.
I mean,
Because like, is this at 50-50? Like,
no, this is not a 50-50. I don't think Rose can win at all.
I mean, it's a little complicated, right? Like,
So she has excited grasp, right?
yeah.
But she has to cover every single dodge.
Okay. The thing is, the dodges lose to absorption, right?
Still? Okay, yeah. Okay. That's true.
Lose to absorption, and then the road has to attack to beat the absorptions. Any attack will beat absorption. But then, if you excited grasp, that sucks because you're not actually doing any damage. So you're not stunning.
Correct. So excited grasp is no good, and then your next fastest is 4, right? So
So it can be like a geomantic, or like a, maybe, I don't know, like, it's hard for, oh, because, okay, burst is down, remote's down, so it can be like a focused palm strike.
that's
So
gonna,
this is effectively 5.
that's gonna
and-
lose to her sympathetic and her finisher.
It's a finisher, but it's not going to lose to sympathetic.
I mean, it deals 2 damage, and she soaks 2. Oh, you're soaking 3. Okay.
Yeah. Finisher? I don't think so, right?
I will lose to her finisher's printed power.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, we'll lose to finisher. So you just have to beat finisher. So how do you beat finisher with like... So wait, hold on. How does anything beat finisher if this doesn't beat finisher? Let's-
Finisher is 1 to 3 range, right?
Yeah, you can't.
Well,
beat
this beats
finisher, right?
finisher. This beats her finisher, right?
Why does that beat the finisher?
Doesn't it kill her? She has soak 2, and this is gonna deal 2. I mean, they've been answering like rando shit, right? Hold on. So he's anti.
Finisher versus
Okay.
dodge versus absorption versus.
So this is going to have power 6 because he had the soak token. So 2, 4, 6, 8 power 8. She'll have 2 soak 2. She's at 7. So anti power as one of these items here, which he did. So there
Wait,
you
sorry.
go.
What's this finisher? I don't know. I don't know Hikaru's finishers.
It is literally the
Is
same
it-
finisher as Evil or Raging Forewind, the Evil Hikaru one. So you advance 1.
Okay, I mean I don't know.
Before, so revoke all your elemental tokens, which actually is relevant, I guess, since you won't have soak. But you'll revoke all elemental tokens, advance 1, regain all your elemental tokens, and you get +2 power for each one you regain. So he has 3 tokens.
So you do 8
So he'll have
damage?
8.
6.
Yep. So you'll get +1 power by anting power, which he has done. But then he can't. He can't. He would not be able to. Because it doesn't matter. She has prior 0 here. So but you don't have to.
Right, 7s, so it doesn't actually beat 4 wins, right?
Right. You don't have to anti power. Yeah, you can't anti anything actually, because he has 9 health.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he just does that, and she'll hit back for 6, and yeah, 7. So he'll win by 1. Right, because he goes 8.
They both take 6 damage, right?
Yes. Well, no.
Yeah.
He takes 4, 5, 6, but she can anti-power because she has more force or more lower health.
Yeah.
But only by 1. So she would still lose though by 1.
4 wins then. Like, why wouldn't she just 4 wins in this situation?
Well, because she can
You
beat.
can get outsped? Yeah. Okay. So it seems like there's no 100%, and
Correct.
it seems like there's also no question of like clashing. It's just like you choose a pair and that's how you get there. So it follows that this beat is 50-50, right, for the entire game. Because, I mean, it doesn't really matter how many options you have. Like, these situations always like, you know, some collection of your things beat some other collection. And I think it is always 50-50, right? Like, how could it not be?
Yep. But she could have won last turn.
Right, so apparently... okay. Well, you're in trouble because
We're dead.
shot is the only thing you have that...
It hits a burst, and like, keep in mind we have to get through that.
Road can just like do
this
anything
is
here, right?
GG.
Strike, for example? Yeah.
When we have soak, right? Yeah. GG us.
Well, silly. What a silly game.
Yeah.
Searing Inferno Palm!
But if she had absorption last turn, she's 100% if on a dodge, right? On a slow dodge.
Returning to base.
Can she even? Yeah. Right, because you could like.
There's the reason you fight 7, so it's very weird to not absorption. Like, that's why 7 is good, because you can absorption during all beats.
Yep.
Like, an all beat is just 2 HP.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rhoda. I wanted Rose to
Silly.
win.
Okay.
Whoa.
I could win 85% of my mix-ups.
Oh no! Don't say that. Don't encourage him. All right. Let me take an AFK if that works for you, and then we'll grab the other game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sounds good. I'll be right back. Okay, I am gonna restart the stream to change the title real quick.
Okay. Actually, give me 1 minute.
Okay.